Oh yeah, do you have any advice for young reporters when they're talking to high school, or, I know they're trying to really do a good job covering women's sports?
Yeah.
And all that. Do you have any tips for them when they go back to cover their own team?
Yeah.
Talking to their coaches?
Yeah, I think that's well, you'd like to think that most, we have a lot of examples of coaches and probably players when they lose their heads, when they're frustrated about something that happened out there and they can take it out on the reporters, right? I'd like to think that is, definitely an anomaly more than a norm that will continue. But I think the more knowledgeable you are, you gain credibility. Sometimes people can just show up and they got to do it, or they read someone else's headlines, right? But like these guys right here, sometimes I'll learn a stat from these guys. Like they've gone back 10 years and they'll know that, something obscure about a team that hasn't, maybe hit a 3-point shot, from the corner in 15 years, something really that's nuts, right? So I'm like, oh, maybe we better force a shot from the corner. I kid, but really, it's really thorough. So there's just a respect level, right? And I think that knowing your craft and really studying it, because the more you study high school, that'll prepare you to really study when you get to the next level. And people can read that respect if you really care about what you're doing. If these guys were just kind of asking questions to get to ask Ben McCollum questions, or they're just trying to get to ask the football questions, you can kind of feel that, right? If it's a stepping stone. Not that you can't have goals, but be thorough on your path. If you want to get to cover the, Pittsburgh Steelers, that's all great. And high school basketball and women's basketball is a step. Awesome. I'm not saying that that's not great, but don't skip the steps, right? That's what I would say, because then it's more fun to really interact. And the hard times when you lose a game, or the fun times, is that you have a trust in the people that cover you, that they know they got to do their jobs, you got to do your jobs, but there's a level of, they're proud of what they're doing, just like we're proud of what we're doing. That's what I'd say. All right, guys. Well, I'll see you not till after the holidays now.
Merry
really.
Christmas.
Yeah, Merry Christmas.